Hi boys and girls, it's time for another fun 2-minute SEO video. Today's question is, what is HTML? You can't talk to a web developer or an SEO person very long before this 4-letter acronym comes up in conversation. Usually it'll sound something like this. Well, we'd love to make it look like that, but you know, HTML has its limitations. Or, correspondingly, it might be something like, well, in order to know why your website isn't performing very well, we need to look at the HTML. So, what are people talking about when they say HTML? As I said, it's a 4-letter acronym, but it's actually 3 words: hypertext markup language. And of course, those 3 words don't really do you much more use than HTML. It's based on this. When you go to a website, what do you see? Normally, you'll see some pretty pictures, colors, you'll see a headline, you'll see text, you'll see perhaps a pop-up asking you for your email address, which is so annoying. And yeah, I know we use one of those as well. But in any case, that's what you see as a person in your browser. And your browser would be something like Firefox or Internet Explorer or Chrome, something like that. And so you see that. That's what I call the human eye view of a website. But when Google visits your website in order to try to figure out whether your website deserves to show up in search results and whether it's relevant to certain search results, what Google is going to be seeing is something that I call the spider eye view. And the spider eye view looks more like this. Lots of angle brackets, lots of words that don't really make a whole lot of sense, abbreviations, designations. It's basically the language that your computer understands in order to then show you a human eye view of the website. Now, the reason it's important is because if that HTML is constructed poorly, if it's formed incorrectly, if whoever did your website did a poor job of it, it might not only make the website perform poorly, it also might discourage search engines like Google and Bing from getting a good idea of what your website is about and displaying it to the people that you want to reach. Now, I'm not going to teach you HTML, at least not during 2 minutes, which is almost over. You're going to have to take one of my training workshops to see how to get into HTML in order to do SEO. But for right now, know that when somebody mentions HTML, they're not really just blowing smoke up your dress. It is something they need to see in order to do a good job for you, either in web development or in SEO. And I almost used all my time this time. Thanks. I'm Ross Barefoot with Horizon Web Marketing and the Search Engine Academy.